Good evening, friends. Very happy Dasra to all of you. Let us continue our exercise. We have covered till 25 in this set yesterday, right? Let us continue now. Paramar. Paramar we had discussed in the past. Amar. Amar is god of love. God of love. Right. We had also discussed about amicable. Amiable. Amicable means friendship. Amor is god of love. Amor means love. Paramor, that's why is a lover. Enemy, in plus emi is opposite of love, that is enemy. Opposite of friend, that is enemy. Paramor is actually a lover. So, lover is a correct meaning here. Friend is not a lover. Companion, come, we all know, come means together. We have discussed this multiple times. Right, come means together. Come is together. Yesterday also we had discussed it. Combine is together plus bind, that is combine. Companion, come signifies something together. Companion, the literary meaning originally is to the people who share their bread. That was the original meaning of companion. Originally, literally, it was created that way. Who shares bread, be it a person, be it a dog, be it an animal, etc. So nowadays, what is the meaning of companion? It is a person or an animal that travels with you or spends a lot of time with you. Okay, paramour might be spending a lot of time, but paramour is a lover. Companion is someone who spends time with you. Rival. Rival is definitely not a friend. Rival is an enemy. I will tell you how it was derived. In the olden days, there were no cities. Right? There are all villages only, and people used to stay next to nature. Right? They used to stay in mountains. They used to stay on plains. But most of them, there were no computers. There was no industrial revolution and all, etc. Right? People used to live only on. Most of the people were farmers. They used to live by growing food. Okay. Now, for growing food, what is important? Two things are important. One is land is very important. You need to have some land, and you need to have some water. Right. Now, water was very important, and that's why rivers were very important. You see a lot of civilizations that have grown next to rivers. Lot of civilizations like the entire North Indian belt has grown next to next to Ganga. Right, all sacred places like Varanasi, Ayodhya, all sacred places you see next to rivers. Now, rivers are very important. That's why. Okay. So this rival, why I'm telling is rival has got something related to river or a river stream. I'll tell you how. Now, what happens when there is a river? There is a river like this. There will be multiple streams. Right? There will be multiple streams. When a river goes, there will be multiple streams that come with the river. Now, if I am using if I am using this stream and you are using this stream, there is no problem, right? But I am also using this stream and you are also coming and competing to use this stream. Okay, so then it's a problem. We don't want. I don't want that. You don't want that, right? So rivals are the ones who are sharing these river streams. It has got related to river. That's how it is related to river. Literally, it was originally when it was created in Latin, rivalis, it was in the original sense, it was person using the same stream as another. Okay, because they are using the same streams, that's how they have become. They would have started fighting with each other. Okay, if someone is using this place and someone else is using this place, what is the need of fighting? There is no need of fighting or anything, right? So rivals are, that's how they are kind of enemies. They are actually, we don't call them enemies also, competing people. These are people who are competing with each other, be it in rivals in sports, rivals in business, etc. Okay, I think you would have understood this now. Refectory. Refectory. Okay. In English, when you are learning new words, you should have very attentive eyes. Okay, you should have eyes like that of eagle. You should be able to catch some hints. Lot of words do have some hints. Okay, like rival has got some riv related. Companion has got some come is together, etc. Paramount has got Amar, right? Similarly, lot of words. I'll tell you here also. Refectory. Refectory means it's a big dining place. And ref. Here you notice this word ref. Okay. Ref is kind of refresh. This word has come from Latin refresh, the place where people refresh. You remember it like this. Okay. The people where people refresh. Refresh means people refresh by having food, right? They get energy by having food, right? It is a place where people refresh themselves by having food. That is actually a dining room. It is not a living room. It is not a parlor. It is okay. Let's come to the restaurant later. It is actually, refectory is a place generally in temples. When you go to temples or churches, etc., there will be big dining halls, right, where all people are can sit together and eat. Hundreds of people can sit together and eat, be it in school or be it in temple. That kind of big hall, big room is called refectory. Okay, that is for people to sit together in large numbers. Okay, it's a large place. It is, restaurant is not that. Okay, restaurant is more for small places, and that is not for people together sitting. This is more like a hotel. Okay. Parlor. Parlor is more like a private room. Ice cream parlor. What does that mean? It's more like your friends and visitors that you take. Okay, parlor means is a small room for entertaining visitors or friends, etc. It can be a small shop also that provides these goods. Okay, that is parlor. Restaurant. Here also you see restaurant. Here also we have some hint. Restaurant originally it was meant, here also restore. It was coming from French. French, it was equal to restore, restore energy. How do you restore energy? By giving food, right? That's how you get energy. Restore energy. It has transformed into restaurant. Okay. So restaurant nowadays is a place where you can buy some food or eat some food. That is restaurant. Refectory means large dining room, large dining room. So here the answer is dining room. Yes, scent, ascent. Okay. Now look at this word closely. It has got some scent. Scent. Scent is some sentiment. Yes plus scent. Sentiment. Something related to sentiment. Assent actually means some agreement. Agreement. Assent means agreement. More of an official or formal agreement. Okay. Scent is sentiment. Sentiment means what you do, you feel. You feel, you think. Right. When you and I think the same or feel the same, then you give approval. Right. When you also think like I think, let's say let's say I want to buy something. Okay. And my father also thinks the same way, that I want to buy a new laptop. My father also likes, my father also agrees that new laptop is needed for me. Then he gives assent to me because he is also thinking like I am thinking. S S means towards. Okay, towards the same thinking. Assent. That's what it means. It is kind of agreement. Okay, we both think in the same way. That's why it's an agreement. Agreement or approval. For approval also you have to think the same way. That is assent. Compromise. See, here we see the word com. We see the word com and we see another word promise. Com plus promise. Com we know is together. Together we promise. Together we promise. What does that mean? It means, let's say you and I were fighting. Okay. Let's say two brothers were fighting. Then the father came. Then he stopped the fight and he made them compromise. What he made them? He made them promise to each other that they will not fight. Okay? Come together, promise. That is compromise. Together they agreed to do something. Right? They agreed to not to fight, or they agreed to stop it there, etc. Or they agreed to share the resource in certain way. So they promised each other that we will divide it like this and we will not fight with each other. That is promise, which has become compromise. Okay, judgment you all know. Expression. Expression. This also you know, but I will tell you, I'll anyway tell you the hidden meaning here also. Press. X is out. External. External, you know, external is something outside. Press. What do you do in press? You press something to extract something, like you press seeds to extract oil. So figuratively express is you extract some feeling, right? You make known some feeling or opinion by words or looks, etc. Expression in words, expression in looks, expression by actions, by words, looks, actions. X, it involves, it has got a press. Press, you press something to extract something. You press seeds to extract oil. Right. That is expression. Judgment we all know. Right. So in this case, assent is agreement, or it can also mean approval. Baffle. Baffle means confuse, to confuse people. It means to puzzle people. Okay. His behavior baffles me. That means his behavior confuses me. Baffle is puzzle. Trick. We all know what is trick. Okay. Trick. I'll I'll tell you something related to trick also. Trick has come from French again. Okay. French, from this word called tricks. Okay. Generally, ch, whenever we get ch, sometimes we'll read it as k also. We can pronounce this as k also. For example, cholera. Cho, cholera starts with ch, but we'll still call it. It will still sound like k, cholera, right? Trich, or it has become as trick. Okay. Now trick means to deceive. To deceive, that we all know, right? Trick means to deceive. Now let's try to understand the word treacherous. Treacherous. Treacherous is, see, you see the word, see that ch. Okay. Trick has come from this stretch only. Trick, treach. Treacherous means that cannot be trusted. Intending to harm you, it's kind of tricking you. Okay. Treacherous behavior means tricky behavior, deceitful behavior. What deceit involves? Some kind of trick, right? The trick that makes someone believe something which is not there, or make someone believe something else which is there, but in reality it is not there, or the opposite. Okay. So trick and treacherous are that's related that way. Okay. That's why I got this word treacherous for you now. Hoodwink. Hood plus wink. What is hood? Jacket hood. What is the hood? Hood is something with which you will cover your head. The hood of the jacket. Okay, that is hood. Hood is something with which you cover. Right. Now wink. What do you do when you wink? You close your eyes. Winking is related to eyes, right? We close one eyes. You close one when we close our eyes. This is called winking. Or when you quickly close and open, that is called winking. Now hood is some cover, covering of wink, covering of eyes. Okay, hood wink is related to covering of eyes. What is covering of eyes? Covering of eyes. When you cover someone's eyes, that means you trick someone. Okay. Originally, hoodwink means, right now, hoodwink means to trick someone. Okay. What do you do? How do you trick? You cover their eyes. How this word was created? The word was originally created in the sense of the meaning, which is covering of eyes. That is, tricking is kind of covering of the eyes. Okay. That's how hoodwink is tricking. Okay. To hoodwink means to trick someone. Right? Hope you understood. Now, trick and hoodwink are actually related. Trick and hoodwink are actually synonyms. Baffle is puzzle. Confidential. Confidential means it has to be kept secret. Confidential document. That means the document cannot be shared with anyone. The email is confidential. That means email is secret. You should not share it with anyone. Confidential matter. Confidential, that's how is secret. Private. Private means something related to the only one person, or something personal. Right. That is private. A private jet, a private property, private land, etc. So private means belonging to either one person or a group of people. That is private. Trusted, we all know. Hidden also, something that is hidden means which cannot be visible. We all know. Okay. Loath. Loath means to dislike someone very much. Okay. To dislike someone or something. Okay. I loathe modern movies. Means I dislike modern movies. Okay. It is not abuse. Abuse is hurting someone. Okay. That you know, right? Use of something. Abuse. One. There are two, three meanings for abuse. Right. One is abuse of drugs. What is abuse of drugs? It's wrongful usage of drugs. Okay. Or abusing someone means rude or offensive remarks against someone. There are there are the different types of meanings of abuse. It is not related to loath. Loath means strong dislike, kind of hatred. Hurt, you all know. Then repel. Repel also you know. North pole and North pole repels in magnets. Magnets have got two poles, right? North pole and South pole, and they repel each other. Sorry, North pole and South pole attract each other, and like poles repel each other. Okay. Detest. Detest is equal to loath. Detest is strong dislike. Detest. D is something related to something downwards. Okay. Defame, demean, etc. We all know, right? D means something bringing it downwards. That's how detest. Loath is also hate someone. Detest is also hate someone. Vendetta. Vendetta means very long period of violence between two families or two groups. It generally involves murdering, murdering of people from either sides. Okay, that is vendetta. So that means vendetta is revenge. The long-standing revenge. Proposal, proposal is kind of suggestion. Proposal that we all know. Feared we had discussed earlier also. Feared is long-standing dispute. Okay, between two families or two groups. That is long-standing dispute, but it need not be revenge. Vendetta involves kind of revenge also. Okay, compromise we just discussed. Complex promise. Okay, that is compromise. Pressed. We all know what is pressed, right? Press for something. That means press has got multiple meanings, but as a verb, it has got one of the meanings which is persuade also. To try hard to persuade someone to do something. That is pressing someone. Pressing someone to do something means trying hard to you are persuading someone to do something. So it means it is urging someone. Okay, in all these forms, pressing is not demanding. Pressing is persuading someone. Press for reforms. That means persuade for reforms. Stress is not the one. Stress is more like force. Or emphasize is putting more emphasis on that. Okay, on the item, putting more emphasis on the item. Stress is to put pressure. Okay, that is stress. Taciturnity. Tacit. Tacit is something that is silent. Taciturn person is someone who doesn't say much. Okay, he doesn't talk much. He is more tacit. He is more silent. Tacit approval is a silent approval. Taciturnity. Taciturnity means tending not to say very much. He doesn't talk a lot. Taciturn young man. Taciturn lady, etc. Okay. Violence we know. Violence we know. There's a lot of violence in the movies, etc. In insolent. Insolent means extremely rude. Extremely rude and showing lack of respect to people. That is insolence. Insolent person. An insolent person or a tone that is insolent means it is very rude. It doesn't. These people they don't give respect to others. So taciturnity is actually silence. Prudence also we know, right? Prudence means very sensible, very careful, prudent, very careful to make before you make judgments. Prudent. Prove this word has come from provident. Prudent has come from provident. Provident is pro plus vid. So pro is forward. Vid is watching, looking forward. Forward. So who is provident fund? That means it's a fund which is saved for the future. Provident means very careful and sensible in the way you plan things, especially by saving money for future. She is very provident. Means she looks into the future, she plans for the future, she is very careful. Okay. Now this word prudence. Prudence has come from provident. You see the similarity. Provident, prudent businessman, etc. Both are related. Provident means very careful and sensible. Similarly, prudence means prudent. Prudent is also very sensible and very careful. Okay, we have covered this. Now, ingenious. Ingenious is very honest person, very innocent person, and is willing to trust people. Okay, willing to trust. That is important here. These are very frank people. These think that the people, all people are really good, and they they trust them immediately. Okay. For example, if some person comes to them and says and asks some money, saying that some family member has met with an accident. Now, an ingenious person will immediately believe that and gives him money. They believe people. They are very honest. They are very innocent. They are very frank. Frank is the correct word here. They tend to believe their remarks, ingenious remark. That means it's a frank remark. It's an open remark. They don't hide anything. Okay. Smart is intelligent. Promulgate. Promulgate is to spread some idea. Promulgate is publicly to spread some idea or belief, to announce something in public. That is promulgate. Proclaim is also the same thing. Pro plus claim. Pro. Here also it is proclaim. Proclaim is also mean publicly or officially tell people about something that is important. The president proclaimed a state of emergency. That means the president declared. Okay. The day was proclaimed a public holiday by the government. It was declared. Promulgate is also the same thing. To spread an idea or belief or to announce a new law or etc. Okay. Enforce is to force something, to implement something. Inform is just information, giving information, right? To tell somebody about something. That is just information. Okay. Promote. We all know what is promote. Promoting goods, brand ambassadors, etc. That is promote. Giving it in a better place. Or promotion. What is promote? To help to sell a product or to advertise, etc. Enforce. Enforce is to put force. To make to make sure that people do certain activity in a particular way. That is enforcing. Job of the police to enforce the law. That means by force they have to ensure that the law is followed by everyone, to make sure that people obey particular law or rule. That is enforce. Now let's go to insidious. Insidious is something that is spreading very gradually without being noticed. Okay, but it can be very harmful. That is insidious. It can be very harmful, but it is spreading very slowly. This word has come from Latin. Originally, this meant the kind of people who are who are doing an ambush attack. What do they do in an ambush attack? They sit, they lie, they wait, and they slowly grow themselves. They wait for the right opportunity and then attack. So they spread themselves very gradually without being noticed. That is insidious. Okay. Slow. Slow is part of insidious. Pessimistic. You all know what is pessimistic. You should never be pessimistic. You should be optimistic. Pessimistic is the feeling that bad will happen. Optimism, it will always result in something bad. That is pessimism, right? And it will not be successful. Okay, any activity that you are doing, if you have a feeling that it will not be successful, that is pessimism. You should be optimistic. You should be optimistic about life. Means everything will be good, everything will be successful. That all days will be good, future will be bright. That is optimism. Treacherous. Treacherous. Treacherous means something that cannot be trusted. It is dangerous, especially when seeming it is safe. Okay. Treacherous is uh, means something that can that is more like cheating. That is treacherous. Right. Insidious is that's how related to treacherous. The ice on the road made driving conditions treacherous, or the mountains treacherous rocky crest. That means they look safe, but they are not safe. Insidious is that's how related to treacherous. Unfortunate, we know it is not fortunate, it is bad luck. Ubiquitous. Ubiquitous is which is available everywhere, very common. That is ubiquitous. Inescapable means you can't expect. Crowded means full of crowd. Solitary and defensive. Solitary is something which is done alone. She enjoys solitary walks. Solitary. Here, look at the word closely. It has got a solo. Okay, solo. Solitary has got a solo. Solo is single, alone, your own self. Soul. Soul is your own thing, right? Solitary animals. Tigers are solitary animals. They don't go in groups. Defensive. Defense, we all know what is defensive. Defense is kind of protecting someone against some attack. Wilt. Wilt, leaves beginning to wilt. Some of the leaves are beginning to wilt. That means the leaves were bending towards the ground because there was not enough water, or there was not enough water for them. They became weak. Okay, there was so much heat, and they kind of dried away. There was not enough water. That is wilt. Okay, the plants will wilt if you don't water them properly. So in a way, here if you see, strike is not the one. Strike is something like hitting, and warning is not the challenging. Collapse. Collapse is the one that comes closest to wilt. Right. Next one, handsome. We all know what is handsome, but let's see what exactly is it. Handsome is very attractive, right? Someone who is attractive or beautiful to look at, or it can be available in large quantities or very generous. So in this case, it is about good looking. Handsome means is a good looking. What is noble? Noble young man. Noble means very having very fine qualities that people will admire. Okay, like honesty, courage, care for others, etc. He is of noble birth. Rama is a noble person. He is a noble leader. Okay, he has noble ideals. Noble is that. Rama is handsome also, by the way, but noble means having a very fine qualities that people will admire. Gentle. Gentle means very calm, very kind, doing things in a very quiet and careful way. That is gentle. Very gentleman. Gentle sound. Okay. He's huge, he looks scary, but he's gentle. That means he's very friendly and he's very calm, he's very kind. Polite. You know what is polite also. Polite means having good manners and respect for the feeling of others. Polite, it has come from Latin. Polished. Polite is related to polished. Means very smooth. Okay, polished is very smooth. Polite is that. Nincompoop. Nincompoop is actually stupid person. Is a fool. Is not a trader. Magician is someone who does magic. Joker is someone who makes jokes. Right. Convened. Let's look at this word closely. Con plus when. What is a venue? Venue is a place where all people, certain people come together to have some meeting. Okay. This is the same when here. that related when here, related to venue. When you convene a meeting, that means all people come together to the same venue. Okay. Convene means assembling people, to arrange for people to come to a common place, to come to a meeting. Convene a meeting. Board of inquiry was convened. Convene means that way, to make people to assemble. Okay, that is convene. To summon is in all of these words, to summon people. To order someone, to summon people means to order someone. Okay, to arrange a meeting also. Summon also means to arrange a meeting. To order someone to appear in court is one meaning. To order someone to come with you, or to arrange an official meeting, is also called summoned. He was summoned before the board of directors. To summon a meeting. To summon a meeting means to call a meeting. Convene, we have seen venue here. Con plus venue. Bringing them to a venue, bringing them to a meeting. Summoned is the close word here. Collect, we know, it is not the right meaning here. Associate also we know. Associate is to make a connection. Okay. End is to finish. Adil. Adil. Adil is to make someone, to confuse someone. To confuse someone, to make them unable to think. That is adil. You relate this word with muddle. What is muddle? Muddle something means to put things in the wrong order or mix them up, to confuse. Okay. Muddle and adil, they are rhyming with each other. You remember this with muddle. Okay. Being in love must have muddled his brain. That means love has confused him. He is not able to think clearly. Confuse is the correct word here. Explicit. Explicit is something very clear and easy to understand. Okay. Like very clear and very easy to understand. So clear is the correct answer. Exciting, something that gives you excitement. Precise. Precise means something very clear and accurate. That is precise details, precise instructions. About very small details also it is very clear and it is accurate. Explicit is very clear to understand. Easy to understand. We don't have any doubts. Precise is having to the finest details. Precise measurement. The measurement should be very precise and accurate. You would have heard this. Whenever you are doing an experiment, the measurement should be precise and accurate. Refined, refined is something purified. Okay, refined fat, refined sugar, etc. Animosity. Animosity is strong feeling of opposition or anger or hatred. Okay, animosity. You remember this word with enemy. Enemy. It rhymes with this animosity. Very strong feeling of opposition. He felt no animosity towards his critics. He must be a very generous person. Vanity. Vanity means too proud of your own appearance or ability or etc. There's too much pride. That is vanity. The vanity of the politician. Personal vanity. too much proud of themselves. Okay. Empathy is kind of sympathy, ability to understand someone else's feelings. Indifference, we had already discussed, not showing the difference between good and bad, or any other things, richness and poorness. That is indifference. Present. Present is the crime of doing something that could cause damage to the country. Okay. For example, helping enemies in a war. That is treason against the country. That is treason. In terms of synonyms, none of these are related to animosity. There is no valid synonym here. Okay. Let's go to the next word. Befuddle. Befuddle, we heard, I think it is related to baffle. Baffle is to confuse people, to puzzle people. Befuddling is also the same thing. It means to confuse. Befuddled means he was confused and unable to think normally. Wounded, it's someone who is hurt. Enlightened, he is able to think clearly. Stupid is not an intelligent person. Crowded, crowded means full of crowd. So there's no clear synonym here. If you are forced, probably because he's confused, you might call him stupid, but stupid doesn't mean he's confused. Right? There is no clear synonym here. Let's get to the next word, vent. Vent is a small opening. Okay, we relate this word with ventilation. We all know this word, ventilation. What is ventilation? It is free flowing of air and light. Right? Good ventilation means very good light and good wind. What is this? The same vent is used in ventilation. Vent actually means an opening that allows air to pass out into a building, into a room, into a container, etc. It is kind of slit. Okay. Now this has come from Latin. In Latin, vent means air. Vent actually means air. Ventilation or vent, now it has got the meaning has become is that slit, is that opening that lets air come in. Okay. Vent actually means opening. In English, vent is opening. In Latin, vent is wind. In English, vent is that opening that lets the wind come in. You relate that with ventilation. It is the same vent. Storage. Storage is, this is also an interesting word. It is stuff plus podge. You stuff yourself with too much podge. That means it is heavy food that makes you very full and very full. That is storage. So look at this. Look at this question. Past tense of go is went. That is this one, right? A tricky way that they have given. It is not VENT. It is WENT. They have given that way. Teeter. Teeter is to stand or move in unsteady way. It looks like as if you are falling. Okay, that you can use it figuratively also. The country is teetering on the brink of civil war. That means the country is probably falling into pieces. Teetering is it's being in an unsteady situation or moving in an unsteady situation. There is no clear meaning for teeter here. Let's go to the next word. Yank. Yank means to pull someone or something very hard, very quickly, very suddenly. That is yanking. I yanked the door. I yanked the door open. Because I pulled the door with a jerk suddenly. He yanked at my arm. It means he pulled me suddenly. So yank is actually equal to pull. Cavort. Cavort is to jump or move in a very noisy way, often very sexual way. It is actually equal to jumping. It is equal to jumping. It is not suppressing. Suppression is to put an end, often by force. Press. You look at this word, press. Suppression has got a press, so you should remember to press something. That is to put an end by force. That is suppress. Jump, we all know. What is annoy? Annoy is to make someone angry. Okay, that is annoy. Entertain also we know. Entertain is to interest someone or to make someone happy or laugh or to please someone. That is entertain. Sure. So we have covered the second set also. That is from 25 to 50. That means we have covered another 125 words. Hope you have got some good tricks also in remembering these words. Right? You need to look at the words very carefully. Then you will find hints. Most of the words are derived. The language in English language, the words were borrowed from multiple other languages, sometimes from Italian, sometimes from German, sometimes from French, sometimes from Sanskrit, etc., sometimes from Tamil, etc. A lot of words were borrowed. English is created that way. So naturally you will find lot of hints, lot of related words. Okay, from Greek, Latin, French, etc., etc. Okay, please keep revising these words. And if you have any doubts, please watch the video again. And any doubts, you can always comment. Thank you guys. All the best.